We are back for another exciting episode of The Spicy Life. I am your host, Spicy Mari. And joined with me is my beautiful and lovely co-host, Dr. Allie.
Hello.
And we have a special, very hot and spicy guest in the studio today. We got Mario, but I like to say Mario.
Nobody asks how it's pronounced anymore. Say it one more time for me.
Mario. Yes. You got to roll your tongue. I heard you're good at rolling your tongue. Is that true?
You heard that? Do you believe it's true?
Word on the street. Okay, wait. So, I got to give all your accolades. I got to let everybody know that you are a, Grammy Award nominated. Like, you're a huge R&B artist, but you also, do everything else, right? Act, produce. I think you just came from an audition right now.
I did. Living that LA life.
That multi-potentialite.
Yes.
Yeah, I almost, didn't
polymath.
make it here. I'm like, shh. I gotta pull up.
But you did, and we love you for that. We totally, absolutely love you for that.
Thank you.
But, we always start off with our guests to, warm you up a little bit with the spicy dish.
You gotta warm it up. You always gotta start warm.
Yeah. You know how to warm it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's already warm in here, so.
It is. I think as you walked in. But today's entire topic is going to be about brokenhearted and healing. And you are going to be considered in our eyes an expert at this because all of your projects, from your videos to your music, everything is about love and sensuality and healing. And we're going to give you the stamp of certification that you're an expert.
Okay, cool.
Stamp.
Thank you.
Okay, so on the spicy dish today, we're talking, a little controversial topics, like China's sex tape, which none of us have seen. If you can find it, let me know. Apparently, there's a sex tape dish that just got leaked from her ex, and yeah, that's kind of.
I think it's Michi. I don't know. Michi.
We don't know if he really did it.
I don't know.
I can't even find the video. Let us know where to find it.
Sex tapes are overrated right
So this is super 1999
afraid?
Come on, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Sex tapes? I feel like Instagram is enough. It's you don't even need to look at sex tapes
live.
anymore.
Just do a live. Just do a sex tape live.
Everybody naked on Instagram already.
Honestly, it's
yes,
really
live.
It's really
it's like
sad.
you left me no type of mystery at all. I can see it all.
Wait.
Except the deeper part of you, but
That's it.
But
what?
There are a lot of women that get a lot of attention by showing their body on Instagram. Are you going to tell me that you're not over there clicking and liking these booty shots too?
I'm not, because I don't really follow that. I only look for the things that I like. You know what I'm saying? At this point.
Preach.
Yeah.
Preach.
I look for the things that I want to occupy my mind with.
This sounds like some grown man talk over here. Okay, let us find out.
I think the women need to hear that too, because I think a lot of women feel like the more clothes they take off, the more attention they pay to their bodies, the more men they're going to get. But they don't really realize that you're not attracting maybe the right guys.
Right attention.
I mean, some women attract. They do it to get their followers up, to maybe promote their business or something like that, which is completely understandable. But as far as I go, I mean, obviously, if I see a beautiful woman, I might look, but it's not something that's my go-to.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming. I don't like it.
In the past, have you ever had issues with social media and bae where, oh, why are you following this girl? Why'd you like her photo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And how'd you handle that?
Honesty. Whether it was going to be
Honesty, I gave her the password to my DMs?
Strange concept, right? Honesty.
Honesty. It's like this. If it's if you ask me a question, with say there's something you see in my phone, I happen to be in my DMs right next to you, right? And you see something, you're like, yo, what is that? I'm gonna show it to you, like this, here.
What's your passcode?
Right.
32, 33.
And then we're gonna deal with whatever, and then we're gonna deal with whatever that is. Because I'd rather you see it now than to find out some other way, and then it's gonna be a whole other
and then it turns into drama.
Yeah, time for that.
Honesty is the best policy. You heard it from us. Honesty, and really no more sex tapes, ladies. They're done. They're super 2008.
No. Wait. Hold on.
Oh, he's not saying that.
Do a sex tape with your man, and your woman or your man of choice. But just you don't gotta showcase it to the world.
Spicy tip right there. So what I usually tell people if they are gonna do a sex tape.
Sorry.
Go ahead. But what?
Sometimes it is fun when you're in a foreign country and you gotta over the balcony and somebody make a mistake and see. That can be fun.
So you're exhibitionist.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that makes me
Hopefully,
Well, he
anxious.
is a
I would
performer.
much rather it be another woman looking.
You're an artist. You are a performer.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
thinking about that makes me break out into a cold sweat. Like
Right.
the idea of someone seeing it, catching
Really?
it.
What?
I would die.
Oh,
I didn't say I want them to
idea.
record it. I said it.
But just seeing it.
Is that what I think it is?
No, we have the curtains open just a little bit at the house just in case somebody gets a little sneak peek. I feel like I'm putting on my
like it?
best performance if I know
Exactly.
someone's looking.
That's what I'm saying.
It is fun.
You know
to-
what? She just
beating fast.
hasn't, she just hasn't
My heart
had
is
the right
beating fast.
person to introduce
No.
her to these things.
No, you know, I'm just like I had sex in a car once, like at the beach.
How was that?
I couldn't get in the mood.
You
I
couldn't
couldn't
get
get
in the
in. I
mood?
couldn't stay in I couldn't focus.
So what turns you on?
I was too bit like a lot of shit turns me
Right.
on, like a lot of shit. But that is not one of them.
So what if you couldn't see that he was in the car, but you could see you in the car driving, but he's like sitting under you?
I think that would be
and then
okay.
he's like laying back in the chair and you driving.
See, I've done that.
Oh, you have done that?
Well, he wasn't like but he was, you know, like down low enough so no one could see.
Okay.
But that didn't turn you on.
You know, I'm more like, first of all, I do like bedrooms. I like being in a comfy, cozy bed. I like being
Oh, you-
comfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable
Pretty
in a
sex.
weird position.
Pretty sex.
Like I like
think
being comfortable.
Pretty girl sex.
Right, yeah, that's definitely. 'Cause I think weird positions really are the best, because those are the positions where you
Aren't you
find
like
the
a
new,
Kama Sutra
something new,
expert
like, you
though?
know, you find the
I
new,
feel like you are.
the new spots when you try new.
But when you do Kama Sutra, you can do it in the bed. You can do it like in a safe place. I don't need to be in a car in the back seat with my leg up here on the window and
With the police officers knocking on the window that just caught you.
I also think it's about who you're doing it with and your comfort level
You're right.
and what you expect. Like, you know, when you're talking to somebody, say you're talking to somebody and y'all haven't gone there yet, and it's like you have all these ideas based upon you know the energy and the conversation that you're having of what it could be like. That person may bring something different out of you than the previous. You know, whatever.
everyone likes something different. Because I'll say my husband,
that means you're comparing partners
tall.
though.
ooh,
Like who's teaching you versus who you're comfortable with. So like you like so to his point, you may not like it because you haven't done it with somebody you like it with, like the right person to teach you some fun tricks, some you know who could bring out something else in you.
because I've tried a few things, and I will say the one thing about me, I'm pretty adventurous, but I know what I like and I know what I don't, and I'll try things. Right, I'm down to try, but that wasn't my thing. Y'all are more adventurous than me.
So
Y'all are more adventurous.
Mario, how many sex tapes have you made?
Probably about 4, 5.
It's a good number, respectable. That's a
Yeah.
respectable number.
And
But they're not all me.
I don't
like,
think I've
having
seen
sex.
any. I don't think they've leaked. So
You're
that
not
means
gonna
you've been
see.
pretty good about
Yeah, you're not gonna-
about
I'm very-
what are you doing?
I'm
Deleting
very-
afterwards, right? That's what I was telling people. Like
I'm the
watching
only
and
one who have
delete.
copies of them.
Oh.
You got to control your image. I like
Control.
it.
And then what? So what about the women though? They didn't want copies,
Yeah.
but you're like no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
of
gotta-
course.
you gotta-
come get the real thing,
Woo!
and I'll make another one. And we can watch it together.
Ooh, sex symbol.
So when you watch it, is it like a play-by-play? Like, are you reliving it? Like it turns you on, or is it more like, let's try this again, or let's try something different next time. Let's try a better angle. Like,
I only
what is
take
it?
the ones that are really good.
Mm.
It's like it's based upon how good it is, and you know, it's like in a movie you can't act like regular when you audition, and it's like you know, or when you practicing. But when you're doing the real thing, you exaggerate, right? So if it looks exaggerated and really good, then I'll tape it. If it looks whatever, then I
Staged.
won't. Yeah.
Like a theatrical
It's
performance.
never staged. No. It's never staged. What I'm saying is just some women are just a little more like wild cats and wild animals, and they bring out that side of me than others. So those are the ones that normally get the record.
Okay, so
Button
wait,
pushed.
this might help some women that aren't that comfortable with their sexuality or with their body, or you know, how do or would you have any advice for women who aren't this wild cat that you say that want to be wild cats?
My advice for them would probably be to just, I don't know. I mean, some women just aren't. I don't think it's for everybody.
So it's
you
either
know?
in you or it's not. Either you're
I mean,
a freak
maybe,
or you're not.
Maybe there's a person that can bring that out. No, I'm lying. No, I think every woman. I think every woman has it in her. I'm lying. I'm lying to you. I was lying to myself. I was lying to you.
Y'all, he's honest.
I'm lying. Every woman does have it in them. I really do believe because every time I've been with a woman who said, "Oh, I don't like that. Well, I don't do that." 6 months later,
All of a sudden,
it's on some other, you know. But I think it has a lot to do with how open a woman is to the man that she's with.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like,
Absolutely.
and that can be very risky
Safety.
because, you know, it's like you don't want to, if you're not going to go the whole, with a woman, like, if you're not going to take it all the way there, you might not want to open her up that much. And then it's like, you know, she really
And then you got her sprung, and now you're dealing with a heart
you just
that's
don't wanna,
broken. Is it hard? Well, I know it's hard. Being in the industry and being, like, always asked, like, well, why aren't you married yet? Or why, like, people expect you to come with this, like, partner, especially since all your music is related to, like, love and experiences. But we don't see you married, and so I can see people being, like, extremely critical of that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's their issue. That's not my issue.
This is true. See, that's confidence right there. That's
And
one of the things that women love in a man.
No, yeah, I think that I'm grateful that people are interested in, you know, when I am asked about my life and what that's dope to have that. I mean, it's great because it's a great topic to talk about. You know, I think that my perspective of love is definitely grown a lot over the past few years, and my perspective of different types of love and what, you know, it's not always about, oh, this has to end with us being together. Or this has to end. Like, it's not, to me, it's not.
People need to understand
That
that.
is such
always
a
about
key.
that.
Thank you. Thank
always
you.
about
How did you learn that lesson, though? Because people need to hear this.
Through amazing women that I've met that actually had been through enough and were strong enough to say, like, look, I know you're not ready, or I know you're not, you know, maybe this isn't, you know, for us to be together forever, you know. But at the same time, that person had to go through a lot to get to that point. That path to me was just as important as them being there with me. So, you know, I think it's a lot about the types of people that you're dating. You can learn a lot about. I encourage people just never to end things bad. Like, even if it does end bad, neutralize it, because at the end of the day, it's going to be hard for you to move on and learn what you needed to learn from that. So you was with that person for 5 years, and you just ended it on some fuck you shit and kept it moving.
That happens,
Like,
though. Sometimes that's your closure.
That is so real, because I think, like, whenever I would date someone, I would always ask them what their relationships were like with their exes. I want them to be connected, because if you told this woman you loved her and she was a major part of your life, and then you just drop her and you never speak to her again, that to me is a little bit of a character warning for me about you. Like, what kind of a person are you?
To be able to just cut somebody out.
Like, for
I mean,
like,
I understand the cutting
boundaries,
like, cutting
like,
it out at this, but I'm saying, like, at a certain point, I think it should be neutralized, because both of you need to know what were you in each other's lives for. Like, unless you're in a relationship where it's abusive, where it's the other person just of course, but you know.
So, has anybody ever hurt you? Because I'm sure you've broken some hearts. Has anybody ever hurt you? Have you ever been or experienced rejection, where you wanted them but they weren't ready for you, or they don't want you?
Yeah, I think so. But
that is now convincing.
You know.
He's like,
it's like an orgasm. You know if you had one. If it happened, you know.
You know what? Because I was younger, and, like, I think I just wanted it because I felt like I couldn't have it. More so than it was somebody I really, really wanted to make it work with.
Okay, so
it was like, I want this because I feel like I can't have it.
Yeah.
And because I'm a competitive person.
It was the chase.
It was the chase. And then we ended up being super cool. And we're still friends.
So
today.
you always stay friends with your exes?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm cool with all my exes. All of them. I can call all of them right now.
It says a lot about a person.
It does.
I think it really says something.
But how did they find
And the bond is
closure
stronger
then?
with them now than how did we find closure?
Well, how did they find closure so it's really tough to be friends with someone that you still want, because then that's not an authentic friendship. That is, I can't have you, so I'm settling for this version of a relationship just so that you can stay in my life.
I mean, time heals everything. You know, time shows you, time is the answer. So I think that, I mean, I can't answer that question for any of them, but I know time heals, you know? And I can't say that it was a situation where it was just them. It may have been me who wanted to get back too. Like, but it's like, I know me, and it's like, I'm not gonna play that game. It's like, I'm not gonna make you hate me. I'd rather you know, us not be together and be cool than you hate me because I keep playing this tech.
Oh yeah.
When I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's to me. It's to me.
Oh man, I've had my feelings hurt before, thinking like I could convince somebody that that like they can be with me. Oh no,
of course.
You told me. I know you told me, but
my mom is a G. My mom taught me. She said only dogs return to their vomit.
Right.
Once you're done with somebody,
Right.
like you can be cool, but you don't date him again.
No, I'm saying
Like-
not going back to them. I'm saying when they tell you up front they don't want more, like they can't give you more. It's not time for it. And you still trying to have a relationship with someone or thinking that you can put your emotions to the side and then you get emotionally invested. Like we've all experienced that. We've all been.
And that's
Allie, you're gonna tell me you never fell for anybody that said
I was also that girl that was always like, I moved on quick. I was never a person who like when I was really young. I would be like, oh, I loved him, mommy. I wanted him forever. But then once I hit like my teens, like went to college and stuff like that, I feel like I was just kind of like, okay, didn't work. All right, I'll find somebody else. So I didn't. I don't know. I didn't stick too hard onto too many people.
that's a good theory.
Interesting. I have questions, but I'm gonna wait.
No, go ahead. Ask your question. You got a question for the host? Go ahead.
No, I was just curious. Like, you know, I'm curious as to what that perspective, how that perspective was matured and how that perspective came about. Like, was that something that you've always been? Was it something that's learned? Is that something that is it a safe place? You know, what's causing that?
I think I learned it because for me, I'm someone who, when I love someone, I love them. When I'm with someone, I'm with them. I'm not gonna like be with other people or do anything else. But I'm also a person that when I make a decision, I made a decision, and I make very slow, good decisions.
Okay.
I take my time, and so I've never broken up with someone.
And you've never been fucked up over somebody, like to the point where you're like,
Yeah,
When I was younger.
what has hurt your feelings?
When I was younger, like I've been cheated on. That hurt my feelings. I had a friend that would sleep with all my boyfriends. That hurt my feelings.
What?
Like, yeah, it was her thing. I was like, what is going on with you? So
Don't bring her around me.
No, you think I hang out with her? Only dogs return to their vomit. I won't hang out with her. But I think for me, it was more so of like I trust my decision making. And so I never second guessed myself. And so I wasn't
so
like...
you can't think of one person that you gave another chance, like you went back to? Not one?
No. Like
Not even for sex?
No, definitely not for that. No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I was in a polyamorous relationship where I was dating two guys. And one, we were broken up, but we were still together. It was a really weird thing. And then I was with another guy at the same time.
Sips tea.
Yeah.
We've all been
so
there.
that. I don't think that's really going back because we knew we didn't want to be together. He just liked, we were comfortable together.
Yeah.
And he wanted us to stay and maintain a portion of the relationship that we had. The part that was good and was healthy. And then I had another type of relationship with another young man.
You got your cake and eat it too.
I really did. It was amazing.
Have you had
Did you like that experience?
I was
It
gonna
was
say,
amazing.
Maria, have you had that experience too, where you like
Hold on, did they know about each other?
polyamorous?
No.
They had nicknames for each other and everything.
No.
What? Oh wow! See, that is
Trust fund and the help. That's what they
dang.
refer
I
to
had
each
two
other
boyfriends,
as.
but they didn't know anything about each other. Like
That's dope.
it was not like a communal situation. One was long distance, the other one was local. Like they played their roles.
They live in the same.
I mean,
Same
yeah. When I was younger, I've definitely had two girlfriends at one time. You know, like hardcore, like serious girlfriends at one time. Yeah.
Did
But
they
I don't-
know?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Nah. I don't date the type of. I don't think I've ever dated the type of woman that would be okay with me dating another woman. Yeah.
So you like that strong woman because we'll put our foot down or in your ass. Like, I
of
wish
course.
I would catch you. No.
Yeah, nah, I've never done that before.
Okay, because I'm like, yesterday, Spicy Tips was how to catch your man up, and there is an app
Oh.
that you can download
I need to hear that one.
called Spicy, and it can look and track the text messages that he is texting, the conversations that he's having, the calls that he
See,
is
that's too
making.
much.
You can text back on his behalf.
That's too much.
And it's invisible.
That's too fucking much.
You can
Stop that
text
shit.
back.
Yes.
Oh my! If you can't
You're
trust
gonna
your
fuck
man,
the culture up more. Stop it.
Here's my
Stop.
thing.
That's
If
not
you
the
can't-
way. That ain't
if
the
you-
way, people.
If you can't trust your man, the relationship's over. It's over. If
Yeah,
you think
like,
he's
that's
cheating,
not the
you should
way.
break up with him.
Absolutely. And then there's
What
those
the
people
fuck,
who,
man?
and that's easier said than done. Then we
Yeah,
have other
yeah,
people
you're right.
who are in relationships and are suspicious, still staying, that want hardcore evidence because they've been praying to God. So look, I'm telling you the app
to
that
get it.
will answer
Listen.
your prayers.
If your intuition is telling you something's up, 8 times out of 10, you're right.
Absolutely.
Just like
Absolutely.
that.
But
Bottom
that's
line.
Just like
easier
that.
said than done. You don't know how many times, we have told people, let him go. Let him go. If there's not trust
Or
in the
let
relationship,
it go. If you think
let
there's
it go.
something and you can't find proof or he doesn't say it, just let it go. And it'll come to you. Trust me, it'll always
Release
come
him
around.
back into the wild.
It'll always come around.
people don't want to
Or her, or whatever the situation.
experience being alone. They're afraid that there's not something else out there better for them.
That's the problem.
It's always something better.
And they also don't want to go through the pain of healing to get over that person. So there's several elements. It's so easy to say walk away. Of course,
no,
I
wasn't saying walk away from the relationship. I'm saying if you're suspicious of your significant other doing some fuckboy shit or doing some weird stuff and she's cheating on you, whatever, then
he pointed at me when he said that.
He's like this.
Pointed at me, y'all.
Yeah, clearly, her life has been this story. No. But what I'm saying is like, don't stop asking and let it come to you. I mean, if someone's gonna lie to you,
you're saying don't snoop. You're saying the answer will come.
You can't change a person. Like they're gonna continue to lie. And if you're feeling uneasy about the relationship and you're doing everything you can to fix it, then you might have to take that step. You might have to.
And you're dating, what I always say, you're dating at the level of your self-esteem. So there's a reason that you're with that person. There's something about that person that makes you want to be with them, that you're attracted to, and it's more than just feelings. It has to do also what you set your standards at. So you could be compromising a lot in order to stay with that person. I'm just trying to make it easier for you to get out, and you need evidence before you do.
Love yourself, man.
That's the best medicine.
Men, women, everybody, man. It's love yourself. Know who you are. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself sexually. Challenge yourself mentally. Challenge yourself spiritually. Like, challenge yourself to let go of old habits. Challenge yourself to, try something new that you've never done. To strengthen your mentality or your perspective of the other sex or yourself. Like, I think all of these things as you get older is like, if you're still doing the same shit you were doing when you were 25 and you're 30,
preach.
You fuck
problems.
And that's where and if a woman or a man doesn't ask the right questions to get to know the person that they're with beforehand,
that's so important.
What do you expect?
Okay, so you just gave like a million valuable lessons right now. I want to know what you do for self-growth. Like, what can the fellas be doing for more growth? Because I feel like us women, we're always reading books, we're always in search. What can the fellas be doing in order to grow?
Ooh. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But I think for a man, since we're on the topic of sex, right? And growth, I think for a man, stripping away that dependency on the physical activity, for a minute can be healthy. Like I did it a while ago.
Celibacy?
I don't want to say that word because it's like taboo.
I never thought that would come out of your mouth.
I said it before in interviews, but I'm at I think it don't have to be long time. I'm
like
not
a little break.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a year. Nah, I'm just saying like, all right, a few weeks.
Yeah, don't make it everything.
Like you know what I'm saying? Because it's so easy out here today. I be looking at my DM sometimes like, yo, it's crazy out here. Like,
are girls just throwing it at you in your DMs?
It just be crazy. It just be crazy for no reason sometimes. I'm just like, it's too much. But not that I entertain. It's just like because I'm conscious of what's going on. So sometimes I'm just looking like, okay, that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
So if that's happening to me, I know it's happening to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, other people for sure.
So it's like, I think that's a good point because at that point, and I'm talking on the surface level right now because I'm not trying to make it too deep or whatever. But
no, let's go deep.
Let's keep it right here. But like, I think once you do that as a man and you're able to feel your own essence, then your true power and your true your mind starts to change. Sexual energy is not just about the feeling of the orgasm. It's the most powerful energy that we experience as human beings. And if you learn how to, I wouldn't even say control that, but to become one with it, then you'll learn how to do some other things with your mind, with your energy, and with your perspective on life, and also with your connection with a woman. It changes everything.
It takes it to another level.
100%.
A lot of would you suggest that if you're in a relationship or dating someone? Because a lot of women.
I'm not talking about the other opposite person. I'm talking about you. You said what would you do?
Controlling your sexuality, like you having sex, right? Being in control of the sex not being in control of you.
Controlling that part of yourself, because that part is also connected to the ego. Is connected to your drive in life. Is connected to everything, and then you'll find out. Okay, what inspires me to do certain things? Am I just inspired by money? Am I just inspired by women? Am
Or
I just
going
inspired
out to just
by,
try to catch something.
Yeah,
for the
am I
night.
just like what?
Yeah.
Who are you? What are
And
you doing?
It's nice
for?
to flex different muscles and to be able to use
Exactly.
to understand different parts of yourself. And you can't learn yourself if you're only busy using the exact same skill set over and over
Right.
and over again.
And the reason why I use that example, because you asked what, is because that's what I see mostly, like, is the downfall of men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That part of it.
Every
It's
story
like,
in the Bible.
yeah, so it's like, that's
And in
what I would
today's
say.
society,
Every day. I mean,
everything,
it's a big
politics
thing right now.
means everything.
Yeah.
Like,
It's always been the
that's
case.
a huge one.
Learning how to control those few inches of flesh between your legs is very important.
But like, if you're
Many inches, few inches. Who fucking cares?
But if you
So,
are dating someone or you're in a relationship,
That's why you ain't doing no wild. That's why you ain't doing no
feet.
wild shit now.
Those feet
You
of.
better- That's why she ain't.
You know how to control
You dealing
it.
with a few inches. That makes sense. No, just
Everyone's
playing.
no,
different.
oh
I'm
my
just-
God,
I'm fucking
Aaron's
with
gonna.
I know. He ain't gonna have that shit.
He'll be like, what?
Aaron ain't gonna have that shit.
I'm 12 inches. No.
But
But wait, if you have a partner, do you suggest doing that if you are in a relationship?
absolutely.
How does because a lot of times
Absolutely.
women can't handle that. We're like, oh, you're not having sex with us. You're having sex with somebody. Like,
Oh, well, again, that goes back to like who you dealing with. Like, do you know the person that you're with?
mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
How well
if
do you
you're
know
still
them?
having those types of, y'all need to work on some other shit first. You know, it should be at the point where it's like y'all should feel. I can only speak for myself. When I'm in a relationship, even if it's just a friendship and it's something that's just starting out, right? I'm very, very. I want to know who I'm giving my mind to, my body to, my time to.
Mm-hmm.
That means I want
Spicy
to
tip, learn
understand.
them.
I want to understand what drives every part of you. What are your fears? What are your traumas? What are the things? Because all of that goes into the decisions you make. It goes into the job you choose.
Yep.
It goes into how you treat people. So it's like if you don't understand the person that you're giving your body to on that level, then you already kind of like.
And that's it. Communication, I think, has really been failing
But that's
between
hard
people.
for
I wanna
people.
understand that.
Communication is hard for a lot of people, especially
Yeah.
if you're not somebody who's used to having these conversations.
Yeah.
If your parents
Right.
didn't have them with you and you don't have them with
Yeah.
other partners, is there another way to learn your partner without having to say or ask them these specific questions? How else can you learn?
You can only know or understand how to communicate with someone if you understand how to communicate with yourself. It's like if you understand yourself and the things that are triggering you in certain ways,
Self-awareness.
then you can self-aware, and then you'll be able to understand someone else to at least on a surface level of like to know how to deal with them to get the answers that you want.
So it starts with interpersonal relationship and then it goes to interpersonal relationship.
100%.
Yep. I agree. Man.
Dude,
I know,
like,
my God,
it's-
right? My God.
And he grew
Okay.
up in Hollywood and in the industry and he's all deep and stuff.
But that's the thing. Like, a lot of
Yeah.
people
You're
don't know.
you're
Like,
dispelling
I spend
myths
a lot of
over
time
here.
outside of it too. You know, like doing my own thing. So it's like I think it's important. I think being an
Balance,
artist, people be
balance.
having so much misconceptions of like
Absolutely.
what your lifestyle is, what you into, who you into,
What's the biggest
how much
misconception?
money you got, what you don't have, what you do, and it's just like
That you got girls, huh? That's the biggest one. That you got a ton of girls.
well, when it comes to dealing with women one on one, yeah, that of course the first one of the first things is like, oh, I'm gonna make him chase because this is, and it's I get it. I get it. You don't want to, but it's like
You
you
have a
don't feel the
perception
realness.
of what you're used to
Yeah,
getting,
it's
so they
like-
feel like they have to
That
give you
is
the
so
opposite of their
unfair,
perception.
though.
It is, but and guess what? It's like I might chase to a certain degree, but it depends on what type of chase you're talking about. If I'm chasing, if you're making someone chase because of the respect and that you have for yourself,
Exactly.
That's different.
It's not contrived. It's not
Then,
fake.
like,
It's not a show.
It's
You
just
trying
you're
to make me
somebody who's
chase.
hard work to get. That's just
Yeah,
how it
but-
is. You're hard work. So you're making him work for it. They're making you earn it.
but I feel like you should earn it too. Fuck you, mean?
And that's what dudes need to know.
Like, you
if
know what
you
I'm saying?
hold
You gonna
out
have
on
to
a
earn it
chick,
too.
if you make her earn
Like,
the spot in your life
believe
too,
that.
she will want you even
That's it,
more.
because we're all valuable, right? And we need to all value our own relationship
Exactly.
our own existence. And I think that what's happening right now is people don't value themselves. They don't understand who they are. They don't spend time with themselves. They're too busy spending time with other people to sometimes focus on what they need, what they like, who they are as an individual. Because we grow every day. We learn something new about ourselves every 5 or 6 years. We're an entirely new person. Every cell in our body replicates and is entirely new in 7 years.
I want.
We need to know who we are. We change a lot.
You just sparked something.
I don't know
The
what
I
wheels
just
in
think
his
the
head
whole
are
shit is
turning.
fun. Like, it's amazing because like I'm like listening to this and I'm just like thinking about my life and like all the different new like just different situations and different types of women. People.
Tell us everything.
Nah, it's just funny because
I
it's
want to know
like
it all.
nah, it's just funny because it's like yo, like the person that you're trying to be with or the one that you're attracted to is like that person can like the answers are right in front of you can tell you so much about yourself.
Yes.
And
It
it's
reflects
like
you.
Yes.
The reflection
we
of
be
you.
thinking like we be so selfish in our thought towards the person like what we want, but it's just like by that person being there, it's already giving you answers that you're probably asking for.
Speak on it.
Like, you know, it's like why you're attracted to that person, what it is about that whole situation that's making you think about that person in the morning when you wake up. Like, as soon as I finish this interview, as soon as I finish this session, or as soon
Ooh,
as
who
I
are you thinking about right
finish
now?
this, I'm on my way.
He's like,
what you know?
I think that's a level of introspection that a lot of people don't have. They don't think about like, oh, I'm attracted to this particular woman or this particular man.
Yeah.
What does that say about me?
Yeah.
Right.
What am I learning? How can I grow?
When people have a
And-
type.
or how? Yeah. What is this about? You know, maybe I do have a type. Why do I have a type? Who am I reflecting? What relationship am I trying to fix? What dynamic am I addressing? Like, and I think that there's we're not always socialized to do the deep dive and to
Right.
really do those like heavy thoughts.
Because Instagram.
And that's it.
blame
And that's the
everything
other
on
thing.
No, we will blame everything on
Instagram.
social
There was
media.
a time we blamed everything on our
You
parents. Now we blame
you know,
everything on social media.
You don't got to.
It's a thing. Yeah, it's
Got to.
a.
How influential is social
But listen,
media?
we love Instagram, don't we?
I
Yeah,
do. I
yeah.
love my
We love
IG,
it.
even though the
Yeah.
formula
'Cause humans,
changed. I don't like the
we
algorithm.
love
anymore.
You know how I feel about
to be
Instagram.
entertained.
About social media. Social media is
Love
great. It plays a role, but we have not evolved to receive the same biological responses that we get from being in the same room as a person.
Absolutely.
From social media.
Exactly.
We don't receive that.
It's
And
not
so
the
it's not that
same
something's wrong
Then
with
you
it.
be
connection.
expecting the same thing on social media in person. Like, no.
No.
That person can hide behind everything.
My God.
Or be really short when you finally
They
meet
can
them.
be taking like little things that turn you on that they say they can be copy and pasting quotes from the greatest books in the world, and you don't know if
No,
you're
you
not
don't
a
know.
reader.
You don't know. You don't
You know,
know.
so it's like it's nothing better than the real thing.
Because you get that oxytocin release too when you're in the
Talk that
presence of
shit.
somebody.
Say that shit again.
Oxytocin.
Tell it.
But do you go before you
She's
date a person?
funny,
Do you
bro.
check her profile out though on IG to see what she's representing or putting out there?
Of
See?
course.
So we're
But-
still using it like a resume.
But, however, that's only if I meet them on IG.
So if you didn't meet them
I don't care
on
about your
social,
IG.
you're not gonna look.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
How do you meet people? Because people already say
Everywhere.
LA is hard to date. How does
I don't date
how
in
does
LA.
how does Mario
I'm
meet
saying- I'm
women?
The man of the
Talking
world.
shit.
The man of the world.
Yo, nah, honestly, I'm
Are
talking
friends
shit.
plugging you? Are they
No,
sliding through your
don't
DM? How are
plug
you
me.
how are
I
you
don't
meeting
need-
women?
Nah, I don't like plugs.
Like
No,
how
no,
could
no.
a,
Like
how
blind
could a
dates?
girl
No, blind dates?
how could a
no.
girl in LA get a guy like you?
Being who she is, and the universe just being like, oops, path crossed.
So she gotta be in the right place at the right time.
I gotta be at the right place at the right time to meet her.
Beautiful.
He's so poetic. You can
I'm just
you can
real.
tell
I'm
he's an
keeping it-
artist.
I'm telling the truth. Like you just gotta be open to it.
But everything you say sounds like music.
You're welcome.
It sounds
Thank
like
you, God. You're welcome.
it's poetic.
Thank you.
Everything sounds like okay. So we have to talk about your music because this is huge fan.
Thank you.
I literally play your song every single time I'm on the air because I love
Mm-hmm.
everything that your music represents. It's always about love. It's always extremely passionate.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of passion behind
Yeah.
my music for sure.
Is it coming
And
from
no
personal
matter what the
experiences?
song is about, it's just passion. It's coming from my soul. I think that like we're all born with a certain level of like. I feel like the goal in life is to embody as much of that truth, that soul truth, as possible, right? And the world sometimes can force it to be fragmented on a level in which you lose certain essences and you become more synthetic, in certain ways. And I'm at this point in my life, like I'm learning how to take that which feels unattainable sometimes because of the box that you get put in as an artist. Growing up in this industry is not easy.
Yeah,
right?
because you were started off as a child. You were a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
So now it's like, all right, how can I had great songs. I've had songs that's gonna be with people forever, eon, like But now, how can I use my music as therapy for me now? how can I use my music?
Wow.
Yeah, you know, it's like, so the topics on my new project and what I'm talking about, it's not just about love. It's about, I guess all of it is love, right? But it's, you know, because when you're expressing yourself in the studio, it's love. Whether it's hip hop or whatever, you're expressing yourself, right? But content wise, and the way I'm approaching it, is just a lot more raw. It's a lot more like unpredictable. Yeah.
The album's name I heard has changed. It's now Cosmos 17. Is that true?
Cosmos 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what that. Explain it to me.
17 is my angel number, right? And a lot of people have that angel number. A lot of people who are into, like, you know, just understanding, like, you know, the things that make us, the
metaphysical.
the metaphysical, and connected to the cosmos in a way where it's like more transparent and more conscious and aware. So 17 is a number that that has been popping up in my life for the last 2 years, every day, sometimes twice a day. And I looked the number up, and it represented pretty much oneness, consciousness, seeking deeper knowledge, and
really
expressing. Yep. And then if you put 1 and 7 together, it's 8. And 8 is
I was about to say your numerology number is 8. Like,
yeah, so yeah, for 17 it is. But my life path number is 5. But 8 represents, you know, pretty much the karmic completion, and like, so basically that number to me.
You guys are speaking another language, though. I don't think that for our viewers who are going to be watching,
right?
I don't think that they understand, because I know I don't. What do you mean your angel number and your cosmos, like, what are these numbers? Everything represents a number?
Basically,
is this astrology?
everything, I mean, it's no, it's not really astrology, but it's all connected, right? But everything is connected, right? And I think that we experience it unconsciously in an unaware state, because we're just like fed, like, we're just entertained by things.
Right.
We're fed the phones, we're fed the food, and we're fed the television and the acting. But all of these things are created for the subconscious and the senses to do this little dance.
Right. Okay.
And so what happened is everything is mathematic, and everything is, you know, it's a sequence.
Got it.
Created and manipulated, right?
Okay.
So when you start to
It's like the
understand,
Matrix.
right? It is.
A little bit.
It is.
There's definitely a theory that we live in a
So,
in the Matrix.
like, and it's a path that I chose because, you know,
Is it like a religion?
No.
It's numerology, which is based on.
You just-
No,
it's,
whoa.
It's like it's an aspect. No, you're not.
Oh,
so
no,
you're not
right.
into numerology.
No, I am.
No.
I'm sorry. I
Oh,
thought you
okay,
said
okay,
something
okay.
else.
Oh.
I don't want
No,
to try
what
to
do you think I
get.
said?
You probably said Scientology.
Yeah, I'm
He
like,
heard
no.
And I'm not against.
He
any-
heard an
It's
ology.
numerology.
and
Let me just clear this up. I know how these interviews go.
Like, what
Let me clear this up. I am not into any religion or any.
Yeah.
I'm a mystic.
There we go.
Period.
And a
That's
mystic
who I am.
is a mystical person, a believer.
I'm a person
life?
who studies the. I study everything.
The universe.
I study the universe. I
Yeah.
study things that my soul, caused upon me to study in order to benefit and to further my existence here on this planet. Period.
A mystic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
I
some
like
numbers.
that.
So
that
anyway,
it says
back
like
to
a
the
nature.
back to the title.
Yeah.
What I was saying is that anyway, this number 17 is a number that pops up in my life. I mean, I know a lot of people out there probably experience the same thing in their own way, and they think it's weird. Like,
14 is my lucky number.
there you go. So Cosmos 17 is really just full circle, and really just being very present. It represents being present. It represents being honest, truthful, just fearless. When I started New Citizen, which is my imprint, it's a label / production company / I have a million other ideas and things I want to do. It was because I felt like I was becoming a new citizen of my own personal space. And I feel like as an artist, as a creator, as a whatever it is you are, when you continue to have these growth patterns, you start to really create the next version of yourself, and you can actually watch it, you can actually witness it and experience it and live in it. And I think that that's what life is really about, like really living in that wholeheartedly, fearlessly. And then it affects other people around you.
Yeah, because you are affecting lives just by you stepping out on your own. I think I read that, like, you had to, like, it's like running your own business now, essentially. And so you're responsible for other people's, like, well-being, as opposed to when you were with the record label previously. So now you are your own.
I think even when you're with a label, I think it's about how you how you manipulate that situation. You can still have your own thing and still have, but for me, because I started from such a young age, it was like, okay, now it's like, it's like I'm leaving home and, going out and venturing into the world.
And you're the master of your fate.
You are.
There you go.
We are. That's what this represents.
Oh, you have a tattoo for that?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
The key to my destiny. That's what that represents.
There you go.
That's why I did it.
I do love it.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to take a picture of that and post it on IG.
Appreciate it.
You got a lot of tattoos.
Okay, tell me, what can we expect on the upcoming album?
Man,
And I want a little sample, a little songy song taste.
I have so much music, but and there's kind of these spaces that are specific to parts of my life, and then when you put them all together, it kind of shows this growth, So what to expect is a journey. To be honest with you, it's a journey. It's a journey. It's a sonic journey. It's a lyrical journey. It's giving you everything that you would expect from Mario, to be honest. You're getting the mystical side. You're getting the raw, nigga from Baltimore side. You're getting the R&B loving side, but it's a little more alternative and creative in the approach. I got a song called Dancing Shadows that's about kind of two people playing the shadow game with each other. They're exposed to each other, but they're not fully open. They're kind of dancing around the whole idea of...
It's not real intimacy. They're not...
No, it's real intimacy,
connected.
But they're still playing the game with each other, the chase, And
like what most of us play when we're dating.
A lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, and that I think that'll be a song that you really like.
Can I get a little taste? Give me something.
Dancing. You want me to sing that?
Yeah.
Dancing Shadows?
Give me Dancing Shadows. Or you know what? I'm gonna let you choose any little sizzle that you could give us, because I'm gonna be.
I want to sing another song I just did the other night, because this song, I think, touches on a lot of what we said. It's called Too Many Options.
Oh.
And it's simple. It's a simple song.
That
it's
is
not
some
like
real shit, right?
That's the story of my life.
But let me tell you why. Let me tell you where the concept for this song came from. I was talking to this girl, and this woman, she's a woman who's been through a lot, and she has this perspective, which is interesting. I found it very interesting. I didn't judge it, but it was interesting to me. She said, "Look, how do I know if you're the one if you're not an option first? You got to be an option to get chose."
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, but too many options ain't good for you.
Like Baskin Robbins, 31 flavors.
It's too many options ain't good for you, but I'm good for you.
Okay.
It was kind of like that conversation, right? And I turned it into a song. So I sing a little bit of it.
Okay.
Too many options ain't good for you, but I'm good for you, baby. I got room for you, baby. I got moves for you, baby. Make that move for you, maybe. Too many options ain't good for you. Listen. Too many options can be fun. Yeah, I know, because I got a few of them. Too many options.
Hey. I got my chills.
Oh no, all day.
But yeah.
All day.
So
I miss real singers. Thank you. You're phenomenal. Yeah.
I love that. And it's so relevant.
So that song, I might hear that sooner.
Yes.
It's one of the options for putting out, for just giving it to the fans before we get to the meat of the album.
That's so relevant too. It's just, so I know we keep bringing up social media, but all these dating apps, which I'm pro technology and dating apps, but part of the problem that we're not able to really focus on one person and give them our energy is because we have too many options. When you can swipe to the new person, you're not going to invest in that one person as soon as they make a mistake. So you're on to the next.
A lot of studies show that the more options a person is given, they actually freeze. They become immobile. They don't know what to choose, and they stop moving.
Even know.
That makes a lot of sense.
No, it's some scientific ass shit
he
was touching on.
Breaking down science
Too
for
many
us.
options
See,
ain't
Mario?
good for you.
It's not.
But I'm good for you, baby.
I
I got moves for you, baby. Make that move for you, maybe.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Dang, see, that's how Fergie was supposed to sound. That's what I was expecting.
I did like one part of it, though.
I was expecting that. Dang.
Damn. Like, seriously. No, but it's real. Like, and also, I think, historically, most people really didn't leave their neighborhood, their town, their village. And so their options for dating were limited. It was like the 17 dudes that they grew up with.
Yeah.
They got to marry one of them. Or they get a guy from, like, one town over. But now, you know, the world is becoming more and more flat. We're becoming more global. Like, you could marry, and marrying somebody
think, like,
outside the world.
It's so much activity. There's so many things to occupy your mind
Talk
with
about that.
instead of building with a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have so much more things to, spend our money on that we have to make more money to keep the things that we acquire. And then it's like, where do we have time for a relationship when there's too much money to be made and too much, it's like we don't have time for that. Back in the day, it's like you didn't have that much, so you all you had was that person. And
Yes,
as you know,
that was your
the more
entertainment.
time exactly.
And they show that the happiest people are not the people with the most money. They're the people with the best relationships.
Yep.
Because relationships are what humans need. And that's friendships, that's family. It doesn't have to be like a significant other, but you need a tribe, you need a village, you need a group of people that are around you that wrap you up, because money's great. It helps you to be mobile, it helps you to be safe, it helps you to do all these things, but it doesn't necessarily help relationships to always be better.
Nah, definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Okay, so I absolutely I do love that song. I can't wait to
I'm
play
still
it.
I'm still coming down on the song. I'm still coming down on
I might have it. I got it
That
right
was
here.
so
I'm gonna play it
hot.
over my phone for you a little
Okay,
bit.
because I'm like,
Because I can't. It's not mixed yet.
no, but that was so
it's a
good.
vibe, and
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
play
telling
it
you.
for
That's a real singer right there,
Yeah.
and that's what I feel like. With technology, also
yeah.
too, we can cover up somebody's authentic voice and fall in love with someone who's not a real artist now, because all it takes is a good beat. You don't have to be able to, push yourself vocally. And so, the fact that you take your craft so serious and you really are talented.
Thank you.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but where do you see, the state of R&B going? Like, why do you think that there's this, pushback on R&B? Because it represents love and relationships. I mean, there was a time that, we would hear it all the time. And now if it's not like trap music,
Did I delete it?
it's harder.
So,
Please don't delete it.
nah, I gotta find
know,
it. It's
I'm
in
like,
there somewhere.
Just send it to us. We'll see if we can put a little snippet in the.
It's not
Oh
mixed
yeah,
yet.
we can put it.
Okay.
It's not mixed
Okay,
yet.
okay,
But
okay.
So, yeah, I mean. Okay. So, what I feel about it is like, because I've had this conversation so many times, is that quality as a whole, like, we gotta think we gotta stop thinking so small-minded. We think so small-minded. Like, even when it comes to arguments, it's like, no, let's look at the bigger picture. Quality as a whole, our, as a civilization has dwindled. Like, we have no respect, no honor for each other. There's no honor for ourselves, any of that. So how can we expect the music that's coming out of the people to be that which is honorable?
It's a reflection.
Yeah,
of
he
our
said he
culture.
didn't want to
It's a
get
reflection
deep,
of
but he
us.
still gets deep.
But it's the truth, though,
It is.
So what's happening is that it's like, I listen to hip hop. I do. Because it's just an energy. It's an energy,
Yes.
right? But I'm not mad at
frequency.
hip hop artists. I'm not mad at that at because of their success. Because it's not their fault that they're successful. It's the fault of the people who say, okay, we're gonna make this
The sound.
the sound. We're gonna make this, and listen. At the end of the day, they just having fun,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like these kids out here, like everybody just having fun.
They look like they're having fun.
But he remembers those days when
Yeah.
he was just a kid, though. Like,
Yeah, but like it's like, and sometimes, and that energy is fun. It is fun. It's fun to be free and to say whatever the fuck you want to say, but when it's like that, look, I'm back. I'm listen.
Hey.
Somebody like, I think that there has to be a balance, because I feel like what hip hop is good for is the urgency of the music. It's an urgent type of expression. It's like
Right.
some shit can go down right here, and you can go in the studio and talk about it, and
Right
it's just
now.
like,
Yeah, it's quick.
I think R&B got away from like being real and raw and You know what I'm saying? I think it needs to get back to that. You know, it's not always about a pretty love song. Like,
this is true.
you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the direction I'm going in with my project. Just more raw. And, you know, sonically, I don't think there's a lot of musicians.
Oh, wow.
And people who understand music.
Understand
Yeah.
theory.
Because you can be, all right, you look at somebody like
People who
Kendrick.
study
Kendrick, you could tell he's a musician.
Yes.
Ooh, Black Panthers.
He's he's
good.
like, you know,
Damn,
that's like, you know, but it's like you can't even put him in the category with anybody, to be
He's
honest.
on another level, yeah.
Yeah, and I think a part of that also goes back to like kind of what we were talking about on how everything like immediate is good, but there's also to understand music. You can't understand music in a weekend. You can't understand music in a year. You know, it's a study. It's a constant study of, you know, the history of music, where music has been, how it's evolved, how it's become what it is today. And I think that there's a, you know, sometimes people want to go for a little faster and kind of jump into something maybe a little before they're ready, and they don't really know that history. And not everyone has to go to school for music in order to understand music, but you have to be a student of music.
I think it's shifting, though. I think all of it, I think everything is shifting.
There's a need for your music right now.
Thank you.
You are gonna feel that love gap, that emptiness that people
I'm
are
ready
feeling.
to feel that love gap.
Okay, so
On every level. There ain't gonna be no space.
oh, he filling up some gaps tonight.
Need that.
we
Spicy
gotta wrap up, but we always ask
Just
this
said
question.
something real.
Naked truth, okay? Eat, sleep, sing, or sex. It's the end of the world. Which one are you doing?
Ooh, definitely sex.
Okay, of course. Celebrity crush that you would crush.
While I sing. Crush as in what?
As in crush.
Man.
You could take down any celebrity.
Take down any. Oh, that's a hard one right there. It's a few.
Ooh.
It's a few.
Just name
One of
one.
them's in a relationship. I ain't gonna say that because I'm, you know, I
Oh.
don't do that. But she's the only person I think about when that comes to mind. I can't really.
I want to know.
Yeah, like, I
Wait,
can't
do you
make-
got- do you have a chance of potentially taking her down?
I probably would,
Ooh.
but the
Are
problem
we
is that it's
creating a
not
love
right.
connection?
I know,
yeah.
dang.
But it's not
You're
right.
You don't
though.
want to be
I
snatching
could,
people.
but I wouldn't do
That's
it.
bad
Spicy
karma to
life,
start
you know
your
we match
relationship
today.
off.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
That's some bad
and then-
relationship
And that's with all due respect.
Okay. Any body that you would swap with? Give me a body.
Body? Like, I would take their body and would take
Yep.
mine?
Body swapping.
Kinda.
You can give me a body swap. Just
Yo,
any
you're
body.
not forcing me to say
The
some
day-
uncomfortable shit.
Just
All
the life,
right. With body swap?
A day in the life of Beyonce, maybe? No.
A body swap? Nah, like, I want the eagle.
Oh,
Raw
an eagle. Dang, you always getting deep on us.
Nah, it's the truth.
That-
I
no,
wanna,
I
if I
believe-
swap
I
a
believe
body,
you.
give me an eagle. I want to fly across the
Yeah.
fucking.
I believe that. That's dope. I believe that.
That would be awesome.
You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
That'd be
You
awesome.
can't shoot
Yeah.
them
Okay, well,
down,
in that
baby.
case, I'm choosing a dragon or something. No.
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah. Spicy.
I like that.
Spitting that fire. Huh?
There you go.
what you
Oh,
want.
yes, spin that fire. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Okay, you need to let
What you-
everybody.
what you- she
I'd probably
said dragon.
I'd probably be an orca, like something in the ocean.
In the ocean?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, in the
The
water.
ocean's interesting.
You
You
an
can't really go
Aquarian?
down there. I'm a Gemini.
Gemini?
Mhm.
I love Geminis. Geminis are dope. I like
We're very.
Geminis are
interesting.
crazy. That means you date a lot of Geminis.
We're also really
I've dated
smart.
two.
We're smart people.
I've dated two. And
What's
I've
your
had
sign?
really close to Virgo. But I'm a Gemini.
Oh.
I'm a Gemini moon
That
sign.
makes sense.
My husband's Virgo.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Virgos, yeah. So
Solid, grounded, deep, intelligent.
Yes.
They're thinkers. They're
they're lovers.
That's all true. Everything she said is true. And what you just said.
Beyonce's
Virgos
a
are legit.
Virgo.
Virgos are legit.
Okay, you have to let us know like your projects. When can we expect this
Yeah.
album, Cosmo 17?
Well, you know,
where can we find
you just ran into me and you was just like, yo, come on to the joint. So, like, you know, this is early because we're just finishing up
got that hot exclusive.
yeah, we just finishing up the project now. But the album is called Cosmo 17. We don't have an exact date for it. But I'm going to be releasing a lot of visuals. You know, we released Let Me Help You through New Citizen, Empire. And I shot the video, directed the video with Megan.
That was like a huge production for you.
Yeah. It was fun, man. It was really fun
That's
to get back
awesome.
to like shooting like real videos and like, you know, just expressing all my talents to it. But the album and the visuals you're gonna see, I'm really trying to do some really like crazy. I'm not holding back like creatively. Like you know, not trying to like. I want to really raise the creative consciousness of people's minds. You know, I want people to see who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you have to expose yourself and
Mm-hmm.
be extremely
like,
vulnerable
I want
with
people to
us.
see who I am, but I also want to inspire true artists. There's a lot. The good thing about the internet is there's a lot of real artists that just they're on the rise, but they're not like mainstream. But I love seeing like real artists, express themselves on levels that are far beyond like this cultural box that most artists are put in. Like like that's beautiful to me. So.
Okay, I'm excited.
Thank you.
Website, social handles, give us all of that
at
juicy
Mario
stuff.
Worldwide on Instagram, Facebook.com/Mario. And the website, we're coming up with some cool things for it right now for Cosmos 17, so I'm looking forward to it.
Ooh, I'm loving. I'm loving.
It's
Okay.
gonna be an experience for sure.
Yeah.
And then the shows, like, I'm excited more about the performance part of it than I am about just putting out music, just because like that's where people are really gonna. I'm gonna really make the connection.
Like you're gonna be dancing when you say performance.
Yeah, well, dancing, the visuals, the experience though. It's about the experience. I want you to leave my show feeling like your whole body was
Transcended.
Yeah, but just like I kidnapped you for a minute and gave you back to yourself type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I want you to feel that again.
Let Dr. Ali and I know if you need like backup dancers, because
I definitely can use some of that spice.
We could
use some of that spice.
We'll step
So
up there
hold
and
on, real
snake for
quick.
you.
Real quick, so I asked you later. Nah.
No,
It's
ask
not
me
for-
now.
nah, no,
Ask me now. Ask me
no.
now.
No, it's not even.
Ask me now. Yes.
Ask me now.
That's
No,
okay.
man,
I like
chill.
her. He
Don't be
like
scared.
legitimately kind of got your voice. That was
Because I'm a
Is
singer.
that how I
surprising.
sound?
I was like,
Is
oh my
that-
god.
Turn ratchet
Is
real
that
quick.
how?
Ask me now.
Is that how I
Ask
sound?
me now.
Oh, because you
Okay.
know what? Because if it's something juicy, I want to address it for everybody. Because inquiring minds might want
Truth.
to
We're
know.
all about truth on this show. We've been talking about truth this whole time.
And I feel bad. I have coffee breath. I've been breathing it in
But
your
you got
face
a
this
sexy
entire
mouth,
time.
Oh.
This old man,
Damn.
he can't help himself. He knows a good mouth when he sees
I
one.
do.
Wait, but that's what I did hear bad reviews on Black China's video though. That her mouth game sucks. That was the one thing I did hear feedback about Black China. So, anyways, I got a winning mouth. You can play with my
mouth
Twitter.
Oh my God.
You can play with my Twitter and stroke my Instagram at SpicyMadi. And you can always get relationship advice, relationship coaching at TheSpicyLife.com. And always tune in for fabulous spicy tips with me and Dr. Ali. Dr. Ali, where can they find you?
AllisonHicks.com. Allison Hicks on IG. That is spelled ALLYCIN. Hicks. Because
Yes.
I'm complicated.
And there you have it. You have just been spiced.